This reindeer and ice cake is just delightful. This ice has been made using clear boiled sweets and melting them in the microwave in short bursts until they melt like that, and then you spread them out and it makes beautiful iced effect. To make the reindeer cake, you need to do a little bit of advanced preparation. You need to make, using the PME snowflake, the large snowflake plunger cutter, you need to cut out a couple of these, but you want to make them from flour and modelling paste. Now what I've done to make this brown colour, I've mixed together black and red flour and modelling paste and it's come out a nice brown. Roll it quite thinly and then cut one of these or two. You're going to get 3 reindeer from 1 snowflake, because what you do is when you've cut them out, straight away you cut away that little diamond shape there and you end up with 6 antlers. So you get 6 antlers like that. And what I've done to the tip of each one, I've just pinched it into a point so I can push it into my reindeer's head more easily. So you need to make those at least a day in advance and let them dry. So you've got your antlers. You also need to make some ice. Now this can be a little bit tricky, but be patient with this. And I've used boiled sweets, just clear boiled sweets. I've got little Fox's Glacier mints here. And you want to put them onto a little piece of greaseproof paper like this in your microwave. Space them about that distance from each other so they flood into each other. About 4 or 5 centimetres, a couple of inches apart. 3 to a piece of paper and put them in your microwave on 5-second flashes. Don't do any more than 5 seconds. And they will spread out and melt. And then when they are melted, you get something with a point like this, or a fork or an end of a spoon, and you pull out points so you make a piece of ice. And that is what we've got here. And then when they're made, you can peel them off and you've got beautiful little sheets of ice. Now you've got to be very, very careful that you don't leave them in too long, because this is what happens if you leave them in too long. They go yellow, it starts to burn. So the sugar solution will actually start to burn and you'll end up with a yellow colour. So 5-second intervals, keep on checking them. And as soon as they've melted, pull them out, let them dry off, and then you can peel them off here and you've got little pieces of ice to go on your cake. So that's your advanced preparation. And now I'm going to show you how to make your reindeer. To make our reindeer, you want to use teddy bear brown sugar paste. And the body is going to be a size A. So you hold it over circle A and you shape it into a cone shape until it's that shape, and you put it down on its side and you just slightly flatten it there, and that's where the head's going to rest. So I'll show you that from the side view like that, and the head will go there. We'll give him a little tail while he's in that position. So the tail's going to be a size G, and we're going to make a hole, make a teardrop shape, put the point in, and then flatten that, and then using a knife, I'm just going to make some little lines down there, and he's got a little tail. His legs are going to be made from chocolate sticks. So any chocolate sticks you can get, these are matchmakers, but you can use any types. Break them off, so they're about 1.5 inches long, about 3 to 4 centimetres, and push them into your model like that. Now you want it to look like he's slipped on the ice and he's got all his legs fallen out at the side, so that's the position you want to make him in. For the ends of his legs, his feet, size G again, and I'm going to squash over the end of each of those sticks a little ball of brown icing like that. Now this is how you make the head of your reindeer. You want a ball size C, that's the main part of his head. Make sure there are no cracks on it, nice and smooth, and pop it down on your work surface. Then he has a nose, that's a size E, which is slightly squashed and added to the front like that. And as I've added it, can you see how I've slightly sloped that downwards? I've given a little press and sloped that downwards. 2 ears, squash each one and give it a little pinch. And then you want to make 2 holes on the side of the head. You have to do them on the side of the head because his antlers are going in the top. So quite large holes. Look how large they are. That kind of size. And then 1 ear goes in there and push it downwards like that. And the other ear goes in that side. make sure it's well stuck in, and then push downwards. So slightly flopping down, and then push the tool into the centre of each one, and that will hold them in place. He's got a great big red nose, and that goes into a hole there. It's huge. So make a teardrop shape with that red piece, pop it in there. There we are, and the nose is a large G, so it's a really nice big size there. So now you want to do the eyes, so we're going to use this tool to make 2 little holes, and I'm sort of wiggling the tool up and down, sort of make an oval shaped hole. And we're going to pipe into these holes with some black royal icing, or if you haven't got any black royal icing, you could put a little bead of black sugar paste in there. But I'm going to pipe in the eyes, and then the final little touch on the eyes would be to do a little dot of white, and that just makes him look alive. Then take your little antlers, so you've got your 2 antlers that you've already made, and they get pushed in to the top of the head there. And lastly, he just needs a smile. Or if you wanted, you could give him a sad face. You could turn the straw upside down. This is a slushy straw, so if I want to have him smile that way, sad face that way. So let's do a smile. And there, your reindeer's got a lovely smile. So we'll put his head onto there. Now, one little final touch you can do, which is rather nice. If you've got some piping gel, or if you haven't got piping gel, you could just use perhaps a little bit of glaze, confectioner's varnish, or even a little touch of jam. If you just make his nose shiny, like that. And that looks great. It just lifts him. There we go. And there is your reindeer.